Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Earth Science, is all about trying to learn various concepts of data science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding find the longest calls. The difficulty level of this question is medium, and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the Panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads: we are given a table called contacts with three different columns: ID, first name, and last name. ID is the primary key, that is column with unique values of this table. ID is also a foreign key, that is a reference column to the calls table. Each row of this table contains the ID, first name, and last name. They are also given a second table called calls, three columns: contact ID, type, and duration. All the three columns combined is the primary key. Type is an enum category which can take values incoming and outgoing. Each row of this table contains information about the calls comprising of contact ID, type, and duration in seconds. Okay, we are asked to write a solution to find the three longest incoming and outgoing calls. Return the result table ordered by type, duration, and first name in descending order, and duration must be formatted in hour, minutes, and second format. Okay, let's go through this example. So here we have various people and various calls. So in the incoming section, what is the top three by duration, and in the outgoing section, what is the top three by duration? So if we look at outgoing, right, so 180 seconds, then 240 seconds, 360, 200, and 280. So 360, 280 and 240 are the ones that are highest in the outgoing category. So if we look at 360, it is contact ID 3, which is basically Alice. Then 280, it belongs to Emily, and then 240 belongs to Jane. And similarly, we can go ahead and do for incoming as well. We have Alice, Emily, and Jane for outgoing, and similarly, we can go ahead and do this for incoming. So to solve this question, what we basically need is, since in our output we also need the first name, we can go ahead and merge these two tables using the contact ID from the calls table as well as the ID column from the contacts table, so that we have the first names in the same place as we have all the information about the calls. So what I'm going to do is, from this table called calls aliased as C1, let us left join the contacts table aliased as T2, and on C1 dot contact ID is equal to C2 dot ID, and then the only column that we're interested from the contacts table is the first name. So let us keep all the columns from the calls table and only keep C2 dot first name column from the contacts table. Let me go ahead and run this. Okay, so if we look at this, we have the contact ID, type, duration, and first name. Then what we need is, we need the top three by duration, that is three longest incoming and outgoing calls. So what we can do is, let us rank for every type what is the top three by duration. So let us use dense rank, and then over, so since this is a window function, partition by the type, and then order by the duration column in descending manner, and let's alias this as rank. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So now what you have is, for every type of the call, you have the first, second, third assigned based on the duration in decreasing manner, right? So you have all that. Now you only need the top three from each of this category. So what we can do is, let us go ahead and save this entire thing in a common table expression. So with CTE as, this entire thing goes into parentheses, and from this common table expression, we are only going to keep those rows where rank is less than equal to 3. Why? Because we need the three longest incoming and outgoing calls, and for the time being, let's select all the columns just to see that we are only keeping the top three longest. So if we go ahead and scroll up, so here we have the top three from the incoming part and top three from the outgoing part. Now we only need certain columns. We need the first name, we need the type, and we need the duration, but in a formatted manner. So what we can do is, let us return us the first name column, let us return the type, and then we return the duration formatted. Now duration is basically in seconds, so we need to convert this into a format that we want, that is hour, minutes, and seconds. So there is a function called second to time, And here, if you provide the duration, it is going to convert this into a format which looks something like this. So hours, then you have minutes, then you have seconds, and then you dot 000, and basically these are the seconds. So obviously you do not need all these parts, right? What you need is you only need the hours, minutes, and seconds part. So how can you format this? So right now it has converted the seconds part into this format, but you need to drop the zeros as well. So you can use date format, and then whatever you got from the second to time conversion, then you change it to the, okay, so what you need is you need capital H for hour, then you need a colon, and then you need the minutes. Now do not do this blender of using percentage m. Why? Because if you remember, when you used to convert dates, small m is for month, not minutes, right? So for minutes you have I, and then you need another colon, and then you write S for seconds. Okay, and this should entirely be aliased as whatever is required in our output, that is duration formatted. Let me go ahead and submit this. Let me just remove all this right before submitting. Okay, so let's run this. Let's see what do we have. So now, even though this says accepted, but there is still a big thing that is remaining. We also need to order by the type, duration, and first name. So order this by type and then duration in decreasing manner, right? Because obviously the longest one should come in the very first. So decreasing, and then you also need it by first name. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So yeah, this is accepted. If we look at our output is same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit to pass all the test cases. So yeah, this is accepted and this is output. So somewhat tricky question. What we basically had to do was, firstly, we joined both the tables calls and contacts so that we have the first name and the same place in the calls table. Once we had that, then what we basically did was we performed a ranking for every call type ordered by duration in decreasing manner so that we can get to know, okay, which are the top 3 calls by duration. Once we had that, we only kept the certain columns, and we also changed the format of the duration from seconds to hour, minutes, and second format, and ordered by required columns. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there's a better, more efficient solution to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.